Biodiversity is the totality of the different organisms, the genes they contain, the ecosystem they form, and it refers to the number of biological species in a given region. Hello my dear students! Kumusta kayo? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me, Teacher Tin, your science teacher for today. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 8. We are now on our Week 6, Module 6 in Quarter 4 of Science 8. And for today's lesson vlog, we are going to discuss about biodiversity pa din. This is part 2 of our discussion all about the biodiversity. The two most essential learning competencies in this topic are: number 1, explain the advantage of high biodiversity in maintaining the stability of an ecosystem. And number 2, describe the transfer of energy through trophic levels. When we say biodiversity, so ito'y tumutukoy sa kabuuang bilang ng iba't ibang klase ng organisms na makikita natin sa paligid. Kasama na nga dito ang mga genes na meron sa bawat organism na to, at syempre yung iba't ibang klase ng ecosystem na nabubuo sa bawat region. So pag sinabi nating biodiversity, tumutukoy din ito sa bilang ng mga biological species na makikita natin in a certain area or in a certain region. Pag sinabi nating high biodiversity, tumutukoy ito sa isang lugar na madami o iba't ibang klase ng organisms ang nabubuhay sa specific area na to. Pero pag sinabi naman natin na low biodiversity, kahit madami pang population lang, yan, as long as iisa lang klase yung species na naandun, so ito ay tinatawag na low biodiversity. The reason for variances in biodiversity are complex. This includes natural and man-made causes. Okay, so let us define first ecosystem. Ano ba pag sinabing ecosystem? Ecosystem is a structural and functional unit of ecology where the living organisms interact with each other and the surrounding environment. Sa ibang sentence or sa ibang words, it can be defined as the chain of interaction between organism and environment. Okay, meron tayong dalawang type ng ecosystem. Yung una, ito yung terrestrial ecosystem, and the other one is aquatic ecosystem. How do we define terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem? So very obvious, kapag terrestrial, ibig sabihin, lupa lang to, nasa lupa, kagaya ng mga kagubatan, ano? And when we say aquatic ecosystem, ito naman yung makikita natin sa mga dagat. Aquatic, it means water. Terrestrial ecosystem are exclusively land-based ecosystem. There are different types of terrestrial ecosystems distributed in various geological zones. And what are those? We have the forest ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, tundra ecosystem, desert ecosystem. A forest ecosystem consists of several plants, animals, and microorganisms that live in coordination with the abiotic factors of the environment. Forests help in maintaining the temperature of the earth and are the major carbon sink. In grassland ecosystem, the vegetation is dominated by grasses and herbs. Temperate grasslands, savanna grasslands are some of the examples of grassland ecosystems. Tundra ecosystems are devoid of trees and are found in cold climates or where rainfall is scarce. These are covered with snow most of the year. The ecosystem in the Arctic or mountain tops is a tundra type. Deserts are found throughout the world. These are regions with very little rainfall. The days are hot and the nights are cold. The freshwater ecosystem is an aquatic ecosystem that includes lakes, ponds, rivers, streams, and wetlands. These have no salt contained in contrast with the marine ecosystem. Marine ecosystem includes seas and oceans. These have a more substantial salt content and greater biodiversity in comparison to the freshwater ecosystem. Among these different ecosystems, so alam natin na ang pinakamataas na at may pinaka-high na biodiversity dito is yung ating Rainforest Ecosystem. Ibig sabihin, kung high ang biodiversity sa Rainforest Ecosystem, ibig sabihin, dito may napakadaming numbers ng species and organisms. Kapag kasi mga rainforest, madalas dito na madami ang ulan. Kaya naman, mapapansin nyo sa mga rainforest na marami rin ang mga iba't ibang klase ng halaman dito. Ang kagandahan kasi sa mga rainforest, so yung condition na meron sa rainforest, maganda to kasi yung condition na ganito sa rainforest, nakakapag-provide sila ng mga pagkain, ng tubig, saka ng tirahan sa iba't ibang klase ng species na lalo na kailangan nila in order for them to survive, lalo na sa panahon na tagtuyot o kaya naman sa panahon na nagkakaroon ng disaster, or pwede rin naman na, di ba, minsan may mga competition din among the different kind of species. So, it results to a stable ecosystem. Kasi, kumbaga, kokonti lang yung mga nababawas na mga species sa ganitong kondisyon. Tropical rainforests are located in areas na malapit sa equator. Samantalang yung mga temperate rainforests naman ay makikita at matatagpuan natin sa temperate regions. Now, I'll be showing you two examples of ecosystem. This one and this one. Okay, so between the two pictures, so alin kaya dyan ang may low and high biodiversity? Is it the first picture or the second picture? The first one is a banana plantation. Okay, kung ang sagot niyo dito ay low biodiversity, then you are correct. Okay, and then the second picture is a coral reef community. So, nasa ilalim siya ng dagat, and that is high biodiversity. So, how are we going to differentiate high and low biodiversity? When we say high biodiversity, it supports a wide range of variety of species. Ibig sabihin, sa isang lugar, iba't ibang klase ng species yung matatagpuan natin doon. So, for example, ito na nga ang coral reef community. Kung papansinin nyo, diba, yung ecosystem na to, may mga coral reefs na iba't ibang klase, may mga isda na iba't ibang klase rin, at may mga halaman na iba't ibang klase din. So, ibig sabihin, sa isang lugar, iba't ibang klase ng species ang meron. At yun ang tinatawag na high biodiversity. While in low biodiversity, it implies an area that supports a few species. Kagaya na lang ng banana plantation or coconut plantation. Kung mapapansin nyo, sobrang lawak ng lupain, ekta-ektaryang lupain, pero ang species na makikita mo lang ay puro banana o kaya naman lugar na puro coconut lang. So, ibig sabihin, kung kahit gaano kalaki ang isang lugar, kung iisa lang naman or kokonti lang naman yung species na meron sa lugar na yun, it means that is a low biodiversity. So, hindi tayo titingin sa kung gaano ba kalawak or kalalim yung isang lupain or yung isang lugar. As long as madami at iba't ibang klase ng species yung nandun, it is referred to high biodiversity. Pero kung kukunti lang or iisa nga lang, pero kahit madami at malawak pa yan, as long as iisa yung species or kukunti yung species, that is low biodiversity. When an ecosystem has a high number of species present, it means that it has a high biodiversity. The high number of species ensures the stability of an ecosystem because it has a better chance of coping with environmental stressors such as floods, droughts, and diseases. The variety of species means that there is a decrease in the population of one species, other species can compensate for their loss, thus minimizing the effects of the environment. The question is, why is high biodiversity more advantageous than low biodiversity. Syempre, kung mas mataas yung biodiversity, kung mas madami yung number of species na yun, mas minimal lang yung risk. Mas mababa yung risk of damage para sa mga peste from pest infestation. Next question is, what are the biotic components that are present in high biodiversity and in low biodiversity? So, let us define first biotic and non-abiotic components. So, when we say biotic components, so this refers to the living organisms. It refers to the life in an ecosystem. So, ano examples nun? Andyan yung mga producer, mga consumer, and andyan din yung decomposer. When we say abiotic components, these are the non-living components in an ecosystem. Kabilang na nga dito ang mga soil, ang water, minerals, sunlight, temperature, nutrients, wind, altitude, and turbidity. Next question, what is the importance of biodiversity? Okay, kung meron tayong biodiversity, mas bumababa ang level ng competition sa isang ecosystem. So, kung merong biodiversity, mas less ang competition kung mas madami yung pagkain, mas madami yung shelter, mas madami yung water, at mas madami yung kayang i-provide ng ecosystem sa mga living organism. Competition among organisms is less as there are more choices of food for more shelter and water available to organisms, balance of consumers and decomposers, less possibility of species extinction, support more organisms. Biodiversity is important to ecosystem because of interdependence of organisms to one another. This is the end of our lesson vlog about biodiversity and between high and low biodiversity. So in our next discussion, we're going to discuss about the difference between food chain and food web. I hope to see you on my next vlog. This is me again, Teacher Tin, your science teacher for today. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 8. So abangan ang part 2 ng ating lesson vlog na to. Bye!